Okay, so today is a welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Welcome to TikTok, Instagram. I'm gonna have to make y'all a separate video. I'm having problems with Instagram on my tablet. All right, so if you follow me on Instagram, I'm just gonna make you guys a separate video because this tablet is for some reason not functioning today. If you're on TikTok, here's how this is gonna work. Because I'm having so much technical difficulties, this will not be a long live. I can tell you that right now. This live was scheduled to be an hour. We're lucky if we get that. All right. So let me adjust and evaluate my cell phone for TikTok and wipe away the sweat. For everybody here on Instagram, and well, you're not on Instagram. For everybody here on TikTok, Echo Fan Grey Wolf here. For everybody here on YouTube, Echo Fan Grey Wolf here. Um, we're gonna work one weapon, and we're gonna do bound fighting at the end. I will be taking questions at the end and only at the end because I can't do martial arts and read questions. Plus, it's hot as dog shit out here. It rained yesterday. It's probably going to rain again today, so we need to get this done. If you were in my live earlier on Instagram or TikTok, um, you'll know the plan was really simple to do one specific weapon and then have a question and answer section. But it's also hot as fuck out here, so if you haven't had any water today, you go have that. I've got Gatorade, and I better take a swig right now. I normally don't drink from the nozzle. I usually pour it into my teacup and drink with a straw, which is why my teeth aren't yellow. Anyway, I also use whitening toothpaste. And I'm not supposed to, but hey, fuck it. Whatever works. I'm sure my dentist doesn't watch this stuff. Or my dentist doesn't watch mine. Anyway, we're having technical difficulties with my tablet, so Instagram, as soon as I'm done with this, I will do a specific video specifically for Instagram from my cell phone, which is also tripping, so that might not happen. Alright, again, my phone's heating up or something's going on with the phone, so TikTok, I'm sorry. YouTube right now, you're the only thing that's actually functioning. So what we're going to do is, from the power of my awesome imagination, we're going to turn my commas into tampers. And we're going to do a little bit of work. I'm going to do a little bit of explanationing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why you don't bring weapons to a fight. All right? So before we do anything, remember these are actually training commas. They're made out of wood. Tampers have a similar fit, only they're longer up here. And that's about right, but they're also wide. So they cover up your whole arm. They cover up, there should be no part of your arm exposed if you're using actual tampers. Okay, so rule number 1. Find what works for you with your weapon. If you're an inside to outside guy, or if you're an outside to inside guy. I'm an outside to inside guy, so you'll see me doing more of that. Yeah. Oh shit, something happened to my computer. Okay, we can worry about that later. Remind me later. You know, this is a sign that I should probably stop. But the show must go on. I can't get rid of that. Let's get back on the camera because the camera's still recording, people. The expression on my face on TikTok, YouTube is going to be priceless. Okay, so tampers. Ignore my fat stomach. I said that exactly to draw you to my fat stomach. Alright, so if you're going to use tampers, you got to understand your blocks and strikes are one and the same, just like Kenpo. You also have to understand, without proper training of tampers, you're probably going to get your ass kicked. And if you take tampers against a police officer who's had proper training with the tamper, they call it the police stick. But they have asp now. I don't have an asp, but I know how to work the police stick, the billy club, whatever. Tampers. But for everyone else, please look for a school that specifically teaches you how to work a tamper. If you're going to learn to work the tamper, you can't just master it. You got to get taught your basics first. Then you master your basics, and then everything else will evolve. Just like every other martial art, you master. What the frack? you master your basis, and I'm sorry, y'all. This just isn't my day. Obviously, remind me later was a clusterfuck waiting to happen. Where the hell is the cursor? Oh, for the love of God. No, cursors shouldn't be black. They should be like bright red or bright yellow. If anybody knows how to change that on a Mac, let me know. Ah, for the love of God. There you are, and there you are. Okay, TikTok. Hopefully, we can continue. I am seriously having technical difficulties right now. This is like the worst technical clusterfuck that ever was today. Alright, so again, these are commas, but we're using them as tapas because it has pretty much the same design. Tapas don't have hooks, they just have a straight stick. But again, they will cover your whole, see how both of these together covers my arm? That's how a tapa would be, it would cover your complete arm. But these are commas, we're using them as tapas. Now we're back on track. So I'm an outside to inside guy, so most of my strikes will come from the outside instead of the inside because the only thing that I am not comfortable with is if my arms are too short and they don't clear my ribs and I try to go a full powered out, I might break my own ribs while trying to hurt my opponent. My camera on YouTube is moving god awful slow. Okay, this live is not working out the way it is. I'm gonna go as long as I can. Alright? Because clearly some shit's about to go down with this technology. Alright, so if you're going to take a fighting stance with Tapas, always understand you got this and you got this with both hands. For those who can see that, I'm taking the fight stance right now. I'm in a Wing Chun stance, but if you do traditional boxing, this would be a southpaw stance. So I have this and I have this with both sides. This and this. Under, over. Alright? If you take it this way, outside to inside, inside to outside. You understand? Now, the difficult level is finding, does this work better for you? Or does this work better for you? Does that work better for you? Or does that work better for you? Ain't but so many things you can do with a tapa. Alright? Now, yeah, you can use the bottoms, well, the tops, technically, to hook a person if you need to use range when you grab the butt of the tapa and you clip. But you kind of really don't want to do that unless it's like a last-ditch effort. You want to keep your hands on those stems that stick out from the top. Because, granted, that hook will work, like if you're falling, or you're trying to grab somebody, fantastic. But in the event that you are fighting, you want to keep your hands on your tapas at all freaking times, without question, without remorse. Alright? So, boom, boom works for me. Boom, boom, that's not. Boom, boom works for me. Boom, boom, that's not. Now the thing with going from the inside to the outside is you're in more danger of fucking yourself up versus going from the outside to the inside. Because you're not as in much danger of fucking your shit up. If I'm fighting, boom, boom. If that's the only option, fine. I didn't have a choice. But I would prefer if I throw this jab. Now, yeah, I gotta work a little harder. Boom. But it's a lot safer for me to have to work harder. I'm hitting you with a fucking square tip. Boom! You know? So, I'm pretty sure unless you block it, I'm gonna have the win. But if you block it, boom, boom, I still have another time. Boom, boom, boom. So I can bring that shit around at any given moment, at any given time. You know? Boom, 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 boom. Barely have to use my feet. But let's say I have to use my feet. Boom, boom, boom. Just to get you away from me. Now let's say I'm not a really good fighter with these damn things. If I can get you away from me, I can run. So it should look like this. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm out. Because I'm not a good fighter. Now if I can't get out, I need to be prepared for two things. To stop you at any means necessary, which means these things don't stop moving until you stop, or I'm gonna need to be taking that beating, which means you either got one of these from me, or you got both of these from me because I fucked up. Alright? So I blocked, and I did this, and you grabbed it. And instead of having a kung fu grip on this bitch, I had anything less. And they, snagged it from me, or technology, you grabbed it when I swung it, and the freaking stem pops out or it snatches. And so I'm still holding on to this, but you have the rest of it, which means now you have a short stick, which means now you still have the ability to whoop my ass, especially if I'm not good at blocking. Boom, boom, boom. I understand how blocks work, people. Blocks work for a reason. Left in, right in. Left out, right out. Left down, left up. Right down, right up. You gotta understand how blocks work. And when you're blocking with these tonfas, you are your own worst enemy. Boom. If I'm blocking like this, I don't want to do that. If, boom, I'm blocking like this, I'm good. Because I can either forearm and then strike, or I can forearm and then strike. Long as it clears my body, I'm in good shape. Or if I'm blocking, boom, and I don't want, after I extend the kick, if I kick somebody, the last thing I want to do is this. Whip my tonfa around and hit myself in the leg. So you are your own worst enemy with these things, which is another reason why I tell you, and I will always tell you, if you got to fight somebody, go in unarmed. Go in completely unarmed. Because if you don't, me dropping my weapons is the least of my problems. You taking my weapons and beating me with my weapons, that's a very, very big problem. So again, you know, if you're gonna have weapons, you probably aren't gonna use much of your body, but you better know how to block. Boom! That's gonna get me hurt. Boom! That's more for me. Boom! That might be for you. But if I don't clear my body, and I'm throwing this out there, if I don't clear, boom. Know what that means? Somebody just GTS'd himself. I'm going to sleep. So I don't recommend ever to be an inside to outside guy. I prefer outside to inside. Something's going on with this machine again. Damn it. You know what? Ignore it for now. I'll take the bitch to Best Buy when I get some money. Okay. Anyway. So, boom. See how close that was to my face? If you don't clear, you're going to sleep. It's just that simple. You are going to sleep being a victim of your own demise because you didn't clear. But I'm blocking. Boom. If I throw an uppercut, boom. Boom. See how well that works? If I throw an uppercut, boom, boom. That looks cool, you know. Boom, boom. The problem is, what if I miss this uppercut? I won't miss with this stick in my hand. So the next step would logically be to continue on. Boom, boom. I still have that. But if I miss this way and try to come down, there's a good chance that since I missed, he's already struck me. All right? By coming this way, if I miss, I don't miss because I'm coming up with the intention of releasing this bitch in the first place. And it's away from me. As long as it's away from me versus towards me, I got a better chance of not fucking my shit up. So, boom, boom, boom. You know, I can almost guarantee you what you just saw won't happen after the first hit. So, you jab him and you strike, that's pretty much it. You're not going to need to go boom, 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 boom. After that tonfa hits him the first time, unless you're fighting Colossus, or Wolverine, or Connor Kent, maybe John Stewart, yeah. Getting hit in the face with a tonfa is going to rearrange your day. I promise. It's not just going to rearrange your teeth. It's going to rearrange your whole damn day. Bam, bam. I done hit you with this bitch twice because there's a square on the bottom of this bitch which comes out a whole inch. A whole inch. Boom. Bam. If that fucking square doesn't knock you silly, and I literally crack like that, and you get back up, you're Jesus Christ. And not the superstar. You're straight Jesus Christ. Period. Because boom, boom, that shit's going to hurt. It's wood. And it's thicker than this shit. Again, if you put both of these side by side, and have this little thin stick there, as your stem. This is how a tonfa covers your entire arm. This here is actually an inch out. So when you throw in that jab, boom, you're going to hurt someone. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't give a rat's ass. If the person you are fighting is human, they're going to sleep. Maybe a permanent sleep. If you hit them right, it's going to be a permanent sleep, and then you're going to have to deal with the law, which is a whole other ball game that we are not going to discuss, but you're going to have to deal with the law. All right? You're going to have to deal with the law. Without questions, we're praying that that's fireworks. Without question, without remorse, you're going to have to deal with the law. Okay? But, you know, if you're boom, boom, you know, you're doing some shit. And again, you're fighting a regular human being. So, boom, boom, this is to the belly, and then to the belly. I'm not comfortable because it's from the inside to the outside. I'm more comfortable with boom, from the outside to the inside. Boom. See how close it gets? See? If you don't clear that area, that little area right here, if you don't clear that shit, you're going to break your own rib trying to hurt somebody. But that could hinder you in a fight because, oh, you was running until you broke your own rib. I don't recommend, by the way. I know you saw me do it. Uppercuts. I don't recommend you doing uppercuts other than in training with these things. So if you're training, fine. You get into a fight with this thing and you forget where you are. Boom, you better make sure you're outside to inside. Because if you boom and you don't clear, be a double KO. Boom! Pow! Knock both your asses out. That's not how you win a fight. I mean, if you're a kamikaze, okay, that's how you win a fight. But you want to be able to go home with all your teeth. You also want to be able to go home without going to jail so you don't bring weapons. I mean, how many of y'all literally walk around with kamas or tonfas? If you're not in a competition, you're not walking any street in any state, any city in the United States with this shit just hanging out. You know, cops may have it if they still use the old nightsticks, but I'm pretty sure they don't because most of them have to have the asp as well as the taser. So when you're jabbing, boom. Let me show you again. I'm jabbing, I'm coming out to in. Boom. Now I'm jabbing, I'm gonna go in to out. Boom. Okay. Boom. First and foremost, you gotta have a good grip if you're going in to out when you're coming from a jab. Boom. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a hell of a grip. If this bitch slips out your hand, you better hope the guy's already on his way to the ground. Because you're never gonna need two jabs with a time. Unless you're fighting Colossus, Wolverine, Sabretooth, Kal-El, Clark Kent. Somebody who's gonna shatter when you hit them is gonna be fun. Someone who's not gonna shatter, like people from your imagination, yeah, these are no good against X-Men or Justice League. You're just wasting your time. Just go ahead and give up. Yeah. This here, boom, boom, boom. You got these tonfas. You're gonna do some damage. There it is. This is gonna be fun. Anyway, boom, boom. It's gonna be a hell of a lot safer than boom, boom. So either way, if you're up this way, catch your chin, you're done. And something's going on. Answer the questions after. You can ask me questions after. You're gonna block, boom. You're gonna block, boom. Why? Because blocking in this way, you have to clear the area. If you don't clear this area, you know, boom, and you catch this rib right here, trying to be a badass, boom, boom, or you block and you forget where these things are and how long they are, and you catch yourself in the chin. I prefer boom, boom. Ooh, that was cool. Boom, 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 boom. 9 times out of 10, you hit him with the first time, and then you catch him with the second one, the fight's probably over. It's more than likely over. So, there's that. I'm going to have to stop my YouTube, but I'm going to continue the live and restart the YouTube because I'm having some technical difficulties. So, if you guys got any questions, now I can let you up while I'm stopping the YouTube. And I don't know how to do that panel.